I hear it before I see it. Wood splitting, pitch screaming, fire breathing like a living thing. The smoke crawls into my lungs and stains the morning air. This is not chaos. This is a decision. I stand on the Trojan shore and watch our own ships burn, not taken by the enemy, not lost to a storm. They burn because retreat is more dangerous than death. The flames climb the masts and erase the horizon. The sea offers no mercy, nor reflection, only finality in that fire. Every man understands the law of war. If there is a way back, the mind will take it. You call it a safety net. I call it a surrender, waiting for permission. Your backup plans, your just in case, your quiet exits, these are open gates in a city under siege. Here sis now before the fire reaches you. If you have a way out, you have already lost. Burn the fleet, or be burned by hesitation. I walk the shoreline of Troy where the sand is still black with ash. This ground remembers hesitation. It remembers men who wanted victory but kept one foot pointed toward the sea. If you hear this voice, you are standing on that same shore now. If this war speaks to you, mark your presence comment below where you are listening from. I am not here to comfort you. I am not here to motivate you with soft words and borrowed courage. I am here to do what your mentors refused to do: burn your excuses while you are still holding them. If you understand this, reinforce your place among us. Subscribe and stand with the silent legion. Retreat is not a tactic. IT is a virus. It enters the mind quietly, disguised as intelligence, disguised as caution. In Troy, the walls did not fall because of weakness of stone, but because of weakness of decision. If you have ever felt this, leave your mark in the comments. Your greatest enemy is not failure. It is the modern exit strategy, the job you keep for now, the dream you postpone, the life you delay while waiting for permission. These are not plans. They are doors left unlocked. Stay with me. What I will show you is not theory. It is a decree written in fire. And if you are ready to hear it, subscribe now, because once the fleet burns, there is no turning back. Plan B does not live in your calendar. It lives in your nervous system. The moment it exists, your mind begins rehearsing defeat before the battle has even formed. A man who plans to escape is already negotiating with failure. In Troy, the presence of ships changed everything. Steel still met steel, shields still locked, but the spirit bent. Every clash was measured against the distance to the shore. Every wound was weighed against the possibility of retreat. The body fought. The mind hesitated. A soldier with an exit never gives his full weight to the line. His strike pulls short, his feet search backward, his courage becomes conditional. Victory demands pressure without release. Plan B installs a valve. Modern men repeat this error without armor or dust. You build careers with one foot planted elsewhere. You pursue goals while keeping a safe ledge beneath you. You tell yourself this is wisdom. It is not. It is insurance against commitment. The mind follows the safest story available. When stress arrives, it scans for relief, not dominance. Plan B becomes a mental refuge, a quiet agreement that effort can stop before transformation begins. This is not strategy. It is psychological retreat. I have watched walls fall this way. Not from siege engines, but from men who stopped believing the wall mattered. Troy did not collapse when the enemy breached the gate. It collapsed when the defenders imagined life after defeat. Your ambition senses this weakness. It knows you have not closed the door behind you. It knows pressure can be escaped, so it never fully rises. It never sharpens. It never demands more from you. Plan B trains the brain to survive instead of conquer. Survival keeps the heart beating. Conquest reshapes the world. Troy was not lost because we lacked weapons. It was lost because too many men kept watching the sea. When the last ship burned, the air changed. Not because of the smoke, but because the mind understood something irreversible. The horizon was erased. The sea no longer offered answers. Incet moment antedied. With no path behind us, fear had nowhere to hide. There was no calculation left, no bargaining with fate. The body aligned with the moment. Breath slowed, grip tightened. The soldiers stopped asking if and began asking how. This is the true function of commitment. It does not inspire, it eliminates options. When escape disappears, energy consolidates, focus hardens. The mind stops leaking attention into imagined futures that no longer exist. In Troy, the men who survived fought differently after the flames. They no longer scanned the shoreline. Their eyes locked forward. Their movements carried weight. Every action assumed permanence. There was no rehearsal for retreat. Modern men misunderstand the all-in mindset. They treat it as motivation, a surge of emotion, a temporary intensity. That is weakness. All-in is not a feeling. It is a structural decision that removes alternatives. When there is no backup, the nervous system recalibrates, pressure becomes normal, resistance becomes expected. The mind stops flinching because flinching no longer provides relief. Adaptation replaces doubt. This is why commitment terrifies you. It demands that you abandon the comfort of partial effort. It exposes you to consequence without insulation. Yet, this exposure forges clarity that no safety net can provide. When the fleet turns to ash, identity changes. You are no longer a man trying. You are a man advancing. The enemy senses this shift. Victory favors those who have removed every road except forward. An order without execution is decoration. So now I give you the decree that separates listeners from warriors. Look at your life as a shoreline. Identify what waits there to carry you away when pressure arrives. Your ships are not dramatic, they are quiet. A habit that dulls your edge at night. A distraction you defend as balance. A routine that keeps you busy but never dangerous. These are vessels built for escape. Safety nets wear noble names. A job you keep just until. A relationship that drains you but feels familiar. A skill you over-polish because it keeps you from risking a greater one. Comfort rarely announces itself as weakness. To burn a ship is to remove permission, delete the habit, close the account. Set the deadline that costs you something if missed. Structure your life so hesitation has no shelter. Fire is not emotional. It is administrative. This is not recklessness, it is precision. A general does not leave bridges intact behind his army. He controls terrain to control outcome. You must do the same with your environment and your time. Failure survives on options. When you reduce them, pressure increases. Under pressure, the mind sharpens. Under necessity, effort multiplies. This is how ordinary men produce uncommon results. Victory does not arrive by belief, it arrives by design. Men who win are not braver, they are constrained. They have engineered their lives so retreat is impractical. Make failure impossible. Burn what tempts you to step back. Stand where the fire has passed. From that ground, only one direction remains. Look behind, not in memory, instra. See what waits to catch you when resolve weakens. Those shapes in the distance are not mercy. They are delay wearing the mask of safety. I have watched cities fall because men refused to close their own gates. They wanted victory without sacrifice, certainty without cost. The fire was always available. They chose comfort instead. Do not mistake this moment for inspiration. This is a warning. The war does not pause while you prepare. Every ship you leave intact teaches your mind that escape is acceptable. Choose fire over familiarity. Let the smoke rise where excuses once waited. When retreat is gone, action becomes unavoidable. Pressure will shape you faster than hope ever could. Burn the fleet. There is no sea to return to.